Why stories and symbols will reprogram your mind better than any self-help book that was ever written or ever could be written, from your big bro. Now, the reason this is so significant, especially for men, is because we live now in an era where so many influencers will say things like, you just have to discipline your way out of your problems, or you can think your way out of your problems. Facts don't care about your feelings. So you try that. You try to use discipline to get rid of your problems. Lo and behold, they just come back time and time again. And that's because most of your deepest, darkest problems are not a thinking problem. They're not a discipline problem. They're a subconscious problem. They're a problem with the fundamental way you perceive reality and your beliefs about yourself, God, and the world. Thus we come to stories and symbols. In other words, the language of the subconscious mind. What I would argue is God's favorite way to teach us. And that's because there are certain things that can't quite be articulated or conceptualized, but once you understand them, will change your very perception of reality. For example, you can't make yourself understand courage, but when you see Sam carrying Frodo up the mountain, or Dalinar telling Odium, "You can't have my pain," you start to get it. You think you understand sacrifice, and then you read Christ's story of suffering on the cross, and you realize you didn't really understand it, but every time you read the story, part of you internalizes it a little more than you did before. Or you're having a dark time and you can't see how things are going to get any better, but you see the sunrise every morning, and somehow that instills in you this understanding of what hope actually is. And all of those instilled into the deep, quiet parts of your mind and heart are the very things that will allow you to change from the inside out. Discipline and thinking are good, useful, necessary even, but at the end of the day, transformation, true, deep, lasting change is a matter of the heart. And that's why, as backward as it seems, when things are going bad for me, I will always turn to a story before a self-help book. It seems crazy, but it's worked thus far. Love you, bro.